Alright, game number 2. So, opening pack. Holy smoke, someone got a 2-star Tusk in the opening pack. They actually saw 3 Tusk in their opening pack. That's crazy. Expedite. So, Apodictic, the Lord player and the winner of last game, trying to monopolize on those lobbies and win every game possible. So let's see what people are going to do this time around, because there was like pretty much 3 scrappy players, and Apodictic decided to go for like something a bit more unconventional with the scrappies, like playing into Disruptor and Lone Druids and stuff, because like there's so many there's like too many other players in the build. So I wonder if this game the players will have another plan, or maybe like for example Apodictic, I'm guessing he already qualified to the playoffs, right? Maybe he'll try to experiment with some other builds so he can win, or like try to figure out how to play other builds too, going just to prepare for the playoffs, which would be a really good idea for him to do. So I'm just gonna watch these players since like, and try to see like what they can do better and stuff, and what they're doing well now. Maybe that way we can like learn something from this game, since like there's some bots. It's much harder to like just, you know, analyze in a normal way, right? Last game we tried to do that, and it was pretty cool with the bot. You know, it almost the brawny board, it had a chance to win, but the bot is not coded well enough to understand that it needs to keep leveling. But other than that, it was pretty cool. Like, I think it had a chance. But we'll just try to focus on only the human players here and like see what they can do better. So Frieza right now has some kind of like Venomancer, Shadow Shaman. This is looking a lot like a good stuff. He's got a few scrappies, like, or not a few, but like Clockwork and Nyx. I say a few scrappies because I actually consider Nyx to be kind of like a scrappy because it pairs into scrappies really well. But it looks like he's gonna pass up on that. It's gonna be very sad when he sees his extra clock in the shop. Now he can go for Beastmaster, or he can reroll and try to hit like other units, and he does hit Venomancer. And there's actually a few brawny guys in there, and an Ogre Magi. This is a really powerful pack. Now what's his plan? Is he just gonna play warriors and not brutes then? One thing, guys, you guys need to understand is like, brutes are actually better than warriors. Like, they're just straight up better. Now, warriors do give a lot of armor, but that's all they give, right? They're like vanilla. Like, if you guys ever play, if you guys ever play any card games, right? You know what warriors are? Warriors are just like vanilla cards, right? They don't have any effects. They're just really good, like, stat units, right? And whereas brutes, they have like this freaking effect that just reduces the enemy's damage, and they do damage themselves when they hit them for the first time. Like, they're just so much better. One Lord and another's not even boss. I have a prediction. Brutes are like chocolate. Brutes are just strong. They're big boys. Italian description of brutes is wrong. That sucks. I like vanilla though. I mean, in games, vanilla cards are like actually a necessity in a lot of situations. But, you know, like, warrior bonus is like so boring because they don't also have good units to synergize with. It's mainly because a lot of the warriors' secondary effects are not good. Like, not secondary effects, sorry, secondary alliances are not good. Right? Like, there's one way to make warriors come back. Super easy. You need to make one of the warriors have an amazing second alliance. Right? For example, Pudge's Heartless pairing with a Necrophos Warlock, right? Now you have Troll Warlord and Witch Doctor who can pair together with the Necrophos, and they can make Warlock synergy. And you have Heartless. Now you have super tanky frontline. You got Warlock synergy combined to heal your board, and you get Heartless. So freaking good, right? But Necrophos is no longer a Warlock. It's very sad. B&J half-baked. B&J half-baked? What does B&J mean? It's Kusi. So Expedite going from his Tusk 2-star into Queen of Pain, Bounty Hunter, Timber. Interesting. So he might actually plan to go for either Assassins or Scrappies here with this kind of opener. Apodictic is still looking for direction in his game. He does have some insects that can help him. Frieza found a Shadow Shaman 2. Oh my god, look at Frieza's board. This is so strong, right? Like the Shaman 2, Veno 2 plus Treant. Axe, he's got Brutes, got Druids. And... oh, crazy. He's got Treant 2. You got Treant 2 on round 7 with another 2-star Druid. He's gonna destroy for the next like 15 rounds. Like, this is such a powerful ass board. Now it's not an auto win board because Treant is nerfed, right? From the previous patches, is nerfed, is not as strong. But like, for example, the one that counters the Treant is actually like insects. Insects are so good at like giving a mischance on the Treant, so you can't like chunk your board, right? But for now, for like the next 10 turns at least, he's gonna win streak. As long as he keeps leveling and getting units on the board and like, you know, upgrading stuff. So this is probably like the strongest board right now. Sleep here is also going for Savages. He's got some Brawnies on the bench as well. Blue here is the one who's gonna go for Scrappy. So last game we had 3 players in Scrappies. This game we only have Blue and Scrappies, and Blue wasn't even one of the Scrappy players last game. That's pretty cool. So we're gonna have a little bit of a change in the pace of the game from last game. Ben and Jerry's? Really? I like warrior meta because it was literally all about positioning. Like, positioning was the most important thing in warrior meta. Because everybody tried to go warriors, but they all kept dying too fast in the game because they had no idea how to position anything. So Sleep, he was the one who was playing the mages last game with the spirits. I wonder if he has like a good direction this game. Last game he was very like straightforward with his build, right? He already knew he was gonna like buy these mages and it was simple for him. This game does not look so simple for him at the moment. He's probably thinking about going into some kind of brute brawny board. But he is X9ing at the moment, which could be kind of bad because I think in these kind of situations you don't really need the Enchantress since you already have Shadow Shaman 2-star. You're probably just gonna play into like Treant Protector anyway. And he's got a Venomancer in the front line who just kind of died super fast. Seems like Sleep's focus is not all the way there right now. So wait, Frieza, you're trying to tell me what warrior meta was all about. Literally the king of warrior meta. There were games where I didn't even have an arc order and I still won. That's the thing though, like if you were not very familiar with warrior meta, you only thought the arc warden was the only thing that mattered. Little Egg is the king of warrior meta? Little Egg was a scrub, dude. Kappa. It's funny, because to be honest, I had no idea who Little Egg even was. And people only knew about Little Egg after he stopped playing. So it's also very confusing. Because he never played in the warrior meta when everyone was playing warriors. He was playing warriors before everyone was playing. That's a whole nother story. It's not really a meta if he's the only one playing it. He was playing a fringe build. Do you come from DAC? Honestly, I sometimes miss the first days of DAC. Don't know why. Probably nostalgia. Everything has new. No, I didn't play DAC that much. I played like a few games only. Yeah, exactly as Leroy said. He played it before everybody else. Doesn't mean he was playing in the meta. Do you guys understand what that means? It's not a meta if you're the only one doing it. It's only a meta when everybody's doing it. The meta game means the whole game is revolving around that one build. But he got the only reason why people even looked into this player was because he got 18k MMR and ELO, and people were like, what the fuck is this guy doing? How is he winning? But once he got 18k, he never played. You understand that, right? Because once everybody knows what he's doing, of course he's not gonna play anymore, because he will just lose. When he played in tournament, he never even won the tournament. And it wasn't even like the best players playing in it. Because by then, everybody already figured out what he was doing. Now, you can say he was a pioneer. You can say that he was the first ever. But you cannot say that he was the meta king. That's what I was trying to tell you. So Frieza here, like we said, that once he gets 3 and 2 star and Shaman 2 star, he's gonna own this game. And he hasn't. Wait, did he actually lost a round or he completed his win streak? But even till now, his board is like really unbeatable. The only time that he has a chance to lose is when his Shadow Shaman gets 3-starred and not the Treant Protector, which is actually happening right now. And there's also a very good chance that if the Assassins do end up killing his backline first, and his Treant is only 2-star, he has some potential to lose. Like for example, this fight is like the closest he's gonna come to losing a board. And he doesn't even lose it, so it doesn't matter. That's not true, Leroy. You know why? Because you guys don't know that. But I was already onto this build before like I even knew of all these people watching Lil Egg. It's just that my MMR wasn't really high that time. Eventually, other people will find the builds that are good without having to see what he's doing. And also, the secret to him was not the build. Had nothing to do with warriors. It had to do with roll timings. He was the one player who was rolling on level 8. Was it level 8 or level 9? It was level 9, sorry. He saved his money and saved his reroll and rolled on 9. That was the only thing that, like, that made him do well. I don't think the build mattered. That's why I said it's not about Arc Warden either, because he could have played like other things in the build too. It just so happens to be that Arc Warden was the best in slot unit. It's so one-dimensional to think like, oh, because of this happened. That's it. Like, there's so many more things that happened that you guys just didn't like acknowledge. I still play Warriors many games. Tiny Tusk Veno are often a recipe. I guess you try to say recipe, right? Recipe for win streaks and no goal loss for selling later. Yeah. That's a really good way to play Big Nasty Mom. Just buy one cost units, upgrade them, and sell them later. It's like super good way to play. So Frieza actually lost around here. The thing is, like, he stopped finding upgrades already, right? This is like pretty much the same upgrades he's had for a long time. He needs to get this Doom in so he can have 4 brutes. I don't know if he had this Doom last turn, but if he had 4 brutes, I think he would have won for sure. And like this Shadow Fiend, for example, is not very important in this situation because just a 1-star SF and it's an extra Warlock, right? If he puts Doom in, the brutes go from level 1 to level 2. And then he gets like 150 damage and 60% debuff, which is insanely powerful, right? Like, for example, Lifestealer can't do any damage from his physical, from his right clicks only, if he had 4 brews. So Apodictic, his place in the game became spirits, which is really good. In the current game, like spirits are like so strong right now because of disarm mainly, I think, going into the late game. Like the storm spirits special effect from Delta Slam when you have the ace is disarm, right? Sorry, not ace. When he has the 3 spirits and he activates Delta Slam, it's the disarm. So for 3 seconds, anything that gets hit can't attack. And in this current gameplay, it's like right click is the most amount of damage that you can deal. Like the other units who are dealing magic damage are pretty much just mages. Scrappies do a little bit of magic damage, but they have long cooldowns, so it doesn't really matter about the Scrappies. So if ever the spirits go off and you have multiple storm spirits on your board, they just keep on disarming your opponent non-stop, and they deal a lot of magic damage too. Oh wow, that's a really unfortunate timing on the NL there. So now that he Apodictic got the Ember 2-star, he can pretty much guarantee at least 1 spirit to go off. The build nowadays with spirits is like you play CM with Kato, you get human synergy, then you just try to like put as many spirits as you can on the board. Even if they're 1-stars, like if you put a 1-star storm in, he's still good, right? Because he spends, after he casts a spell, he spends a lot of his time Delta Slamming, so his secondary spell comes off cooldown really quickly. Storms are like the best in spirits because they have 4-second cooldown on level 2. And then Delta Slam takes about like 3 seconds to go off, and then once the storm comes out of the Delta Slam, he's gonna cast another spell instantly before the opponents can even attack. And obviously Earth Spirit Silence and Delta Slam is really nice as well. And here it is. There should be a Delta Slam here. What happened? Oh, the Ember didn't get mana. The Ember did not get mana fast enough. One thing you can do is like you can put Ember and Earth Spirit both in the front line, so that they can charge mana faster that way, like the Ember Spirit and the Earth Spirit at the same time. They can share damage. If Ember gets focused on, once he casts Sleight of Fist, the Earth Spirit stops getting focused. Sorry, the Ember Spirit stops getting focused, so the Earth Spirit will take all the damage, then he'll get mana, then he'll cast a spell, and Storm has like a small mana pool, so he'll use his spell, and then you get instant Delta Slam in the middle of the map. It's really good. What's up, Controller? How you doing, bro? See, the problem is Ember is just not casting spells fast enough. That Earth Spirit almost died. This Delta Slam had a chance of not going off there. See, the Ember got rooted here and died too. No spirits were casted. Like, I think Apodictic really needs to just frontline his Ember Spirit. Like, my analysis of this situation is that you just frontline your Ember Spirit and then your spirits go off every time. Putting them in the backline is not working out, in my opinion. So Frieza here lost a round to Sleep. Sleep is playing into his Brawny build, and he's at 19. On round 19, he's got 15 HP. He's having a really rough time at the moment. But he does have his Brawnies all completed, and now his only goal is to like try to win streak from here on out and pretty much level up, right? He's got Savages with the LDBB, so he's got plenty of DPS. He does have a Lifestealer in this board, so he's gonna need to like either find a Treant Protector to replace the Shadow Shaman with, or he goes to 9 and like gets a Heartless in this board, which could be really good because Brawnies do pretty much physical damage. And they're gonna keep on growing. The only problem Sleep has at the moment is that 1, his HP is low, and 2, his Brawnies only got like 20 kills so right now, right? Why are you regretting not playing Montroller? I remember Scrappy Mage being the most powerful fork of Scrappy for a long time. Now it became unpopular. Yeah, I remember that too. Yeah, it does feel bad to play 5-man lobbies. I agree. I think Sleep has some potential for comeback, but he might just lose to the Spirit board really quickly in this game. Now he's fighting into Expedite's Assassins. Yeah, we didn't talk much about Expedite, but Expedite is an Assassins. He's only got an Ember 1 though, so and Slark 1, so his Assassin board is not all too powerful at the moment, and it's at 10 health, so it's a very good chance that he might just end up dying. Juggernaut used the spin and it's not good enough, and Sleep is actually gonna fall to single digit HP instead. Expedite gonna, oh, not single digit quite yet, 10 health. I should have just played in good faith, yeah. That would have been really nice of you to do that. Unlike Leroy, who had a chance to play, but decided not to. You got no Doom, buddy. Yeah, there's your Doom now. So he's gonna put the Doom in over the Shadow Shaman. So that's gonna make his LD go to a 1-star, but he does have 4 Brutes now. He was hoping that he'd had 4 Brutes when he fought the Assassin board. So we're gonna take a look here. Sleep gonna fight into Frieza. Frieza here has 4 Brutes as well, and this is like one of the biggest enemies for Brawnies. Juggernaut Spin can do some magic damage and can help quite a bit against the Brute damage. Bristleback also not so bad because Brutes don't have armor, so like the physical damage pretty much does really good against them if it's like coming through spells or ranged units that don't get hit by Brute bonus. Here's the Beastmaster with the big axes, and the Lifestealer also doing work here. Nice. Sleep gonna beat Frieza's board. He's gonna live another turn. That's gonna give him some extra brawny kills now. It's gonna be really nice. But unfortunately for Sleep, he has no gold to be able to roll much on 9. He does level up though to 9 here, which is gonna be nice. At this point, he's probably looking for. Oh, he's got a tree as well. Hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4. He's got 5. He's got 5 Brutes right now. Locking the BB, interesting. I wonder if he should just replace the Doombringer with that BB right now instead, so he doesn't have to lock it. Because he does have 5 Brutes on the board currently. Maybe he just values the Doom a lot. So this Brawny board is starting to grow quite a lot. If one of the players don't take him out soon, he might come to a point in the game where he's just much stronger than everybody else. So it has 2 BBs, so that's getting pretty close to getting a 3rd Bristleback. Sorry, a second 2-star Bristleback. So Expedite here, he's probably the one in the most trouble at the moment. Did not find his Ember 2 or his Slark 2. Does have 2-star Alchemist and Broodmother though, but he is definitely most, like, he definitely wanted to have the 2-star Assassins more than the Alch and the Brood 2-stars, that's for sure. And it looks like Frieza here, his Shadow Fiend did pop off the level 1 SF ulti, and Frieza gonna fall. Sorry, Expedite gonna fall to Frieza. Lord Frieza knocking out Expedite in 5th place. And now we're down to the top 4 at last. Blue here. taking 12 damage from Sleep's board. And dude, Sleep is on a win streak. He's making a comeback with his brownies right now. And Blue, even with the barricades, not able to keep the brownies out. The casual Shadow Fiend, very interesting in this. There's the Dusa. Dusa is an amazing unit for against brownies as well. And it's a very interesting positioning from the Tinker, because the Tinker is like kind of stuck there that he might never even be able to attack. So these barricades actually, positioning wise, is not really helping Blue that much. And Tinker is one of those units where like you don't want him all the way in the corner. You kind of want him like out in the middle of the fight, so he charges his mana faster. And Blue against Frieza. It looks like the Sniper, Assassinate, and Rockets have done a lot of work here, but it does not look like Blue has the damage left to be able to beat Frieza's board. And Sleep! Oh boy! The spirits are doing it. The disarm from the Storm Spirit, putting Sleep to 1 health here. He's actually playing 6 mages with the spirits. That's a lot of damage from the spirits this game. Also got a Mood Shard in the shop. Really good item for like Ember, for example, who charges his mana extremely slow. Mood Shard Ember in spirits is like really, really good. And he does put the Mood Shard on the Ember Spirit. So one thing we didn't say about Frieza is that he's got a 2-star Disruptor with an Octarine. So it's a 8.4 second cooldown, super powerful spell. To be honest, I'm not a big fan of the Shadow Fiend in this board. Like, it's just a 1-star SF. Like, if you had a 2-star SF or an Alchemist, and even an Alch would be better than a 1-star SF in this situation, right? Just to get that extra minus armor in there. So let's look at Sleep here. Sleep fighting into Frieza. Can Sleep do it? He actually put the Butterfly onto the Bristleback, so it's a bit tankier. The enemy will miss more hits, and obviously with the Savages, maybe the Bristleback can do more damage too. And Sleep actually crushing Frieza for 20 damage. Poggers. Letting brownies live at 1 HP. And now Blue is like, damn it, why didn't you take Sleep out already so I can get 3rd place? Blue has a Refresher 2-star Dusa, which is very interesting. Wow, fortunately for Sleep and Blue, they get to test their true strength to see who is deserving of 3rd place here, as they will fight against each other. And it looks like the Dusa ultis, the 2 Dusa ultis are doing a lot of work here, but that Eno all out attack having some bad synergy with the Medusa overlapping there. But it seems like Blue is gonna be the stronger board. And it's gonna take out Sleep. And Sleep gonna fall in 4th place. Medusa, strong unit against other melee guys like Brawnies. Never saw an Arkenstar, rip. That's unfortunate. So Apodictic seems like he's going to completely take 1st place in this situation. A comeback here would be very hard. So here it is, the spirits, and this positioning is like Frieza. This is a very unfortunate positioning against spirits because you're playing around the middle of the map. So when you play around the middle of the map, oh my god, that Coddle ult with the all-out attack. some real bad synergy. Like, there's a lot of situations where all out attack just ruins your fight. You know, like your spells just don't hit or something overlaps and it doesn't feel good. So yeah, you don't want to like play in the middle of the map when you're fighting against spirits, because that's the area where they're most likely to get all their spells off. And blue with 2 HP here. Let's see if he's got anything juicy in his shop. Just trying to find that gyrocopter if he can. He decides to, whoa, he actually decides to put some gold into levels. That's interesting. 2 health left, huh? Rough for blue. Papega synergy. And here it is. Frieza's clone fighting against blue, but Frieza is fighting Apodictic. I think Apodictic will be Frieza. Now it's a matter of whether the Dusa double ult can hold off Frieza's board long enough for Frieza to die to Apodictic first. Or maybe blue is just stronger than Frieza, and it seems like he is. And Frieza gonna die in 3rd place, and now blue securing himself 2nd. He was so close to losing this game out in 4th place. Made his way into 2nd. And now Apodictic got 1 more opponent left. This spirit board doing work. It's time to watch spirits win a game. Whoa, those triangles are not that good. I got loyalty, got royalty inside my DNA. Hey Nixie, thank you for the 41 months! Holy smokes, guys, look at that. 41 months. She'll sub to me even when I wasn't streaming. Thank you, Nixie. How's it going? How's it going, Steph? And there it is, blue, crushing it. Getting defeated by Apodictic. Apodictic was crushing it. And that's 2 lobbies in a row that Apodictic has won.